Okay, but how do men date women so much younger than them? Like, how do you guys keep doing that without feeling super creepy?
Because we find divorced women in their 30s with multiple baby daddies and a history of taking men to the cleaners in family court a hell of a lot creepier.
For fun, I thought I would start a series on men not to date.
You're kidding, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
And the first one we're going to start with is the dude bro. Now, the dude bro category also has its own subcategory. They can be golfing gurus, hunterman dude, fisherman dude, gym rat, gun guys. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just some hobby, usually expensive, and usually takes them away from their families on the weekend. Because that's the plan.
That's exactly the plan. Men can have hobbies and still love their family, you know. And just because you married that guy and popped out a baby who allegedly has half of his DNA doesn't mean you now have a manservant at your beck and call 24/7, and it also doesn't mean you're entitled to all of his money.
You're goddamn right.
Now, madam, your dating advice might have been relevant back when Genghis Khan was president of China, but in 2023, it's a little dated. And seriously, your time would be better spent playing with your grandkids, not posting cringe on TikTok like a 16-year-old girl.
Dismissed.
And they'll make little...
Dismissed!
You men have no idea what we're dealing with down there. Teeth placement and jaw stress and suction and gag reflex, and all the while bobbing up and down, moaning, and trying to breathe through our noses. Easy? Honey, they don't call it a job.
Sweetie, it's impolite to talk with your mouth full.
Damn, that just made me snap, yo.
Now do your job, or I'll find another woman who will.
What would a third wave manosphere look like?
A lot of the observations they make about how things work is usually pretty true. And sometimes in stark contrast to what the left is going to say. Oh, no matter how much money a man earns, like we all love men no matter what. And then you go to the red pill guys and they're like, money is pretty important to women and the security you can provide. And for men, like they do like younger, pretty women. It's like, okay, cool, that's cool. And then you get into their world and then they're telling you, yeah, women like security because they're backstabbing, conniving sluts that are only looking to take care of their progeny and their offspring, and they'll leave you in a second if they find a more successful man, so you need to fuck her and make sure that she stays loyal. And it's like, Jesus.
You know, comrade, not all women are backstabbing, conniving 304s, but they do exist.
I was in college, so don't judge me, I was immature. And I took my ex's phone number and I made a Craigslist post of woman seeking man. And in the post I put, text me at this number, a picture of your shamalama ding dong. And he got hundreds of texts. He called me crying.
Man, that's messed up.
Now, reverse the genders. If a college boy did this to a college girl, dude would probably be in prison for harassment and identity theft. But since it was a woman who did this to a man, here she is bragging about it on TikTok, knowing she'll never be held accountable. Also, not all women lie to the cops, saying their husbands abuse them and their children. But it does happen, a lot more than you'd think. It happened to this guy, Christopher Christensen. His wife lied to the cops about him. Then he spent 2 nights in prison and got fired from his job, leaving him penniless and unable to fight the bogus charges. Google his name if you want to know what he did next, but spoiler alert, it was final. Now, comrade, not all women are backstabbing, conniving 304s. A lot of them are wonderful people and actually don't want to be like that. But you want to know the really scary part? In the West, and especially the US and Canada, they all have the option to be like that. And 9 times out of 10, they never face consequences for it. The red pill isn't perfect, but it's not wrong either.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.